It's NASCAR Monster Energy Cup Series playoffs from Dover. Riding 400.
A simple turns 1 and 2. Yesterday we saw a wreck in the first corner, so I was holding my breath a little bit. You see Kevin Harvick in the 4, battle back. That's what makes this track so much fun, inside and outside grooves. Well, you mentioned loose. That's what we've seen really from the start out of this 9 car right here. Look at this correction right here. Some wheel in it. Watch this big turn to the right. Wow, whoa, you heard the tires squeal.
Oh, an issue with the 9. He's slow on the front stretch.
I think he said quit running. We see no RPM. RPM 0.
Blew up.
Caution is for debris. Kelly, what's going on?
Unbelievable. You just heard it there from Chase. He said, I think I'm blowing up. And then sure enough, he said, I just blew up. And this crew has obviously sprung into action here. But handful of laps now, and 2 of our playoff drivers already with trouble early here at Dover. This is crazy.
You couldn't have said it better, Kelly. I mean, 2 out of 12 already. Wow. We haven't ran 10 laps yet. 1 didn't even take the green flag. Oh, there's an axle.
Yeah,
so is that
axle.
The 22's axle, or is that an issue with the 9? We're going to have to wait and see.
I think you also have to put Kyle Larson in that list. He's starting on the inside of the front row right now. As they said, he's 28 points to the good on the cut line in 5th place in points. So he can maintain and get some stage points throughout the day. It could be an amazing afternoon for the 42 team.
You look at -3 points for the 22 of Joey Logano. Those guys still working diligently, trying to get that car back out on the racetrack as we get ready to go back to green.
See the back of those cars work around. Very difficult to get the power down. And Kyle Larson's going to test the 11, driving side by side into turn 1.
For the lead.
I think for that first restart, Denny Hamlin and him had a deal, but deals are off now. Now it's time to race. Larson trying to make something happen on that inside line, but Denny strong on that outside, going to take that first position. And he flew around 3 and 4 there, gaining a ton on Harvick. Harvick up the racetrack a little bit. Got to replay of some other guys having some contact down on the racetrack. The 12 and the 88, Bowman and Blaney, 2 guys that need to have great days to be able to move forward in his playoffs. Wow. Oh, man. I mean, Bowman has been so aggressive over the last few weeks. He has taken no prisoners. He sees an opportunity here in the 12s trying to close that gap, but Bowman gets a little tight up the racetrack into the left rear quarter panel of the 12 car. Blaney.
They kept it going the same direction, though, which is good.
Well, and they're doing it at record speeds. You mentioned the track record for Denny Hamlin was just not overall speeds. Look at this. This is the middle of both corners. A year ago, about 145 down at one and 147 at the other end. We're talking 8 miles an hour faster in the middle of a corner. For saves like that, that is crazy speeds.
So that's the type of racing that we're expecting now out of Bowman as we see the 22 of Joey Logano coming back out onto the racetrack.
Yeah, I just don't, I've never seen Bowman be aggressive physically with his car. Over the last couple of weeks, though, he started a trend, and he said maybe that's how he's going to race guys in these playoffs. Maybe that's his style of driving when he's racing for a championship.
So you're asking at home, why is Joey Logano even coming back on the racetrack 23 laps down? Well, his only hope at this point is that other cars have issues.
Corey LaJoie slowed the 11 up, and now here comes Larson. What's he going to do when they get into the turn?
He ain't going to follow him. He's going to have to go to that high side. That's his only opportunity to keep clean air on the nose. But he's got good momentum here. Now he's going to the inside. Great run in 1 and 2.
Crossover. Larson has the preferred line now. Can he make the pass for the lead?
It's going to be a difficult pass. The 11 pinching him down on quarter exit. The second lane actually looks like perhaps the preferred lane for both of these race cars. We'll see. With clean air, they go right back to the bottom.
Man, I'm surprised by that. I thought the 42 might try the middle again. He had such a great run through 1 and 2 the last time to create that momentum down the back straightaway, but not able to repeat that process, and now the 11 cars driving away.
They started with a setup that Martin Truex Jr., his teammate, won the spring race with, but it didn't quite work. They said every time they put on a new set of tires, the balance just completely changed. But keep in mind, he started 18th and has worked his way up, and you see a battle for second.
Truex takes away the spot from Kyle Larson, and so now the man on the move is Martin Truex Jr. It's a milestone weekend here at the Monster Mile. The 100th Cup race in the 50th anniversary, and also a milestone weekend for Denny Hamlin. It's been perfect so far. He had the fastest car in qualifying, setting a track record. He's led 111 laps already in the first stage, and he's going to win stage number 1 in his 500th start. Martin Truex Jr. a close second, and it's Kyle Larson, William Byron.
Denny Hamlin has a new
that 19 car on the bottom. Let's see what he can do with some clean air right here, Martin Truex Jr.
Field going through the Geico restart zone. Back up through the gears they go. And a great restart for the 4 of Kevin Harvick, already challenging for second.
That inside line is so hard to get a launch from. Martin recovered in turn 1, though.
Harvick looked to duck down and try to get below the 19, but the 42 was right there. Now he makes the move on the high side for the second spot.
What a corner by the 4 car, Kevin Harvick. Right around the outside of that 19 car.
The 8 in front of it. Here comes Larson.
Wow.
Hey, comes William. I want to play.
I want to
And Jimmy
play.
Johnson, here he comes.
Let me in.
Trying to make it 3
Yeah,
wide.
Jimmy's got a great run here. He's going to be able to get in his 24 car.
He's going to have a run on the 42 as well.
Oh, yeah, 2 for 1 right here for Jimmy Johnson. 24 on corner exit, 42 on corner entry.
That 8 car kind of messed up the 48 a little bit. Kyle Larson's got a good race car, though.
Jimmy Johnson up to 5th. Larson just in front of him in 4th. It was heating up for the lead. Hamlin has been able to now put 1.3 seconds between himself and Harvick. Harvick is ahead of Martin Truex Jr. by about a second.
First car on pit road into the first stall, Marty.
And there's a big risk and reward here. Like, you get those tires on, and Cole Pern and I were talking about this. He said there is an advantage to being the first on new tires, but it is extremely high risk as well because of what we just talked about. Someone could get into the wall here and come down pit road and cause a caution, which could be an issue. But Martin Truex Jr. pitting there, saying the car was slipping on landing. They make an air pressure adjustment. Kevin Harvick also coming down pit road here. 0 complaints from Harvick during that run. They just need the track position to maybe get around the 11, Dave.
Leader Denny Hamlin is on pit road, going slow, 35 miles per hour, the pit road speed limit. He'll go all the way to the pit outside of pit lane. He's in the final stall. Here he comes.
There's the battle for the lead brewing. As these guys are catching this lap traffic, it's allowed Martin Truex Jr. to close in on the leader. And Denny going through the middle here, trying to get to the outside at 37. Truex going to the bottom. He's going to get on the quarter panel of the 11 car. Momentum off the corner, goes to Denny, pulls away. But they're catching all this traffic as well that the 18 and those guys are having to fight off and fight through.
I think what we've seen, though, is this 19 has been able to stay close to the 11. The 11 knows they don't want to give up control of this race or have to continue to work on their car. On the right-hand side, Kyle Larson, the 42, trying to get by the 4 of Harvick.
All right, we're far enough into the run here where that outside line and them old tires should be an advantage for this 42 car. That should be an option, even in clean air for the 4 car. Look at that 42, roll that center. Great job to get to that quarter panel and not allow the 4 car of Harvick to be able to open up the wheel and the throttle on corner exit.
Something about this racetrack, Kyle Larson just clicks. It's heating up once again. Now, Martin Truex Jr. has closed the gap. The 11 of Denny Hamlin under fire. Martin Truex Jr. to the high side. Is he going to make the pass down the backstretch?
He's there. The 22 was a little bit of trouble for the 11 car, creating some aerodynamic trouble in that bottom groove, and Truex was right there to take advantage of it.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin's not happy right now with the 22. I'm sure the 22 multiple laps down. But Martin Truex Jr. doing a great job of staying in this fight, jumping to the outside. Now Denny Hamlin trying the outside.
Really close there for Martin Truex Jr. as he was under the 22 and had to check up.
And you see
Here comes
Truex
the
running
42. Kyle Larson coming up, trying to challenge for the lead.
Kyle's car is working on the bottom. As these guys go to the high side trying to get air, Kyle is rolling that bottom really, really good.
The 19 loses the car in the wake of the 22.
Now Martin Truex Jr. again on go, trying to get by the 22, but here comes Kyle Larson.
And that 22 is 24 laps down, Rick, when you talk about the frustration.
Yeah, they're going to be lined up trying to figure out who's going to be the most mad at Joey Logano.
Pit road is closed. And that was just conveyed to Joey Logano, or at least the driver wants it conveyed. So Martin Truex Jr. out in front of Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, and Jimmy Johnson, still a part of the top 5. Alex Bowman, Eric Jones, Blaney, Keselowski, Boyer all looking to gain some stage points.
And this is the question mark about the 11. He's led 218 laps. He's lost control of the race. Adjustment time, right, Rick? Coming to the end of the stage, he's got to work on his race car.
One thing he has an advantage is he has that #1 pit stall, but it's the win of stage 2 for Martin Truex Jr. 6th stage win of 2019 and the 3rd already in the playoffs for Martin Truex Jr. continuing to grab playoff points. It's Hamlin and Larson making up row 1, and Kyle Larson with a great launch on that high line. Behind him he has the 20 of Eric Jones.
Look at Truex climb the hill, trying to get to the outside of the 20 to take a 3 wide. Unable to get there. Will he have momentum?
Larson, after winning the race off pit road, he's not going to want to relinquish that spot. He knows how important it has been for Denny Hamlin all race long. We'll see if Denny Hamlin will have anything for him early in this run.
All day long at Dover International Speedway, playoff drivers have been experiencing trouble, and now it's Denny Hamlin's turn. He just radioed his crew. I think it's blowing up. They mounted it for a couple of laps, but Denny is sure that the engine is failing on the 11 car. He's led 219 laps today, Rick, but it looks like it's going the wrong direction.
Now it's Kyle Larson that's leading as we see the 48 able to clear the 2 of Brad Keselowski. That was for the 8th position.
I think Brad didn't put much of a fight up there, almost like he let him go. Now Scott Busch jumping on the outside of him.
Brad's car just been out of the racetrack, sliding around, barely hanging on to the positions.
Steve, another playoff driver with problems. Ryan Blaney says he has no brakes. They're going to come to pit road here. He asked him, what do you want me to do? I literally have no brakes. Maybe we knocked off the line or something. And now Jeremy Boland's telling him to try and stop it here in the stall if he can. If he can't, now they're telling him to coast to a stop here to see what they're going to do. But they're going to have to go to the garage. Blaney thinks they may have knocked the line off. He literally has no brakes. You see him get to a stop there, going underneath the hood to see if they can diagnose the issue. When they came to pit road, they were +7 above the cut line. And you hear Jeremy Boland say, take it to the garage.
Kyle Larson has the 5.2 second lead over Denny Hamlin. Martin Truex Jr. running 3rd. 4th is Alex Bowman. Harvick in 5th.
Dave, that phrase, controlling the race. Martin Truex Jr. had it and developed a pit stop a moment ago, the last set of stops. He restarted 6th, has made his way to 3rd, and you can count 4 outside passes for Truex today. Certainly determined to get back to the front.
Yeah, Kelly, the 19 was following in the tracks of the 11, but the last couple laps, he moved up 1 lane, a little bit cleaner air. And we keep saying it's tough to pass. We hear drivers it's tough to pass. Well, guess what, guys? A better car, you can pass.
Big run there for 3rd on the right side of the screen as Alex Bowman is going to clear the 11 of Denny Hamlin. Here comes the 4 of Harvick as well.
And he's got to run off the top here. Bowman had a run on that 11 car down the front straightaway and got in the back of him going into turn 1 to start this battle. Bowman is clear now. Harvick trying to go around that 11 car. Hamlin trapped behind the lap traffic here. He's going to clear Harvick, be able to go to the bottom.
All right, and I, like many of the fans watching, are wondering, when Denny Hamlin said he was positive that his engine was blowing up, how is he still running in the top 4?
Well, his engine wasn't blowing up.
Kyle Larson just can't get through this traffic, and that's allowing the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. to close the gap.
6 seconds, a handful of laps ago, under 2 seconds now, and he's still battling right here with Clint Boyer. It's underneath the 14, and he tries to get by. Clint Boyer is the last car in the lead lap. He has to race him as he squeezes him down. The 42 gets out of the gas, and Truex sees that. He is coming in the 19 car.
That lap alone cost him a whole second. Now look at this 3 wide. Contact with the 2 car.
2 cars having trouble. The 2 cars way off pace right here, moving out of the way, letting people go. So now the 42 on the outside of the 14. Needed to make that happen.
He's going to clear him now. So Kyle Larson gets by him. Now, the 19 has to do the same thing. He's going to have to fight through those guys as well.
If the 19 doesn't win this race, they're going to leave here wondering what could have been. I really think if this car would have kept the lead, it would have been tough. And it was right here. The tire changer falls and the gun switches. Just an accident, not a mistake. It happens. Look at all the spots lost. Right there. Lost control of the race. He recovered. We knew it was going to be difficult.
Lost spots on pit road means lost spots on the racetrack. 3 laps to go at Dover. It's been 75 races since Kyle Larson was able to celebrate a win.
2.5 miles for the golden ticket. Automatic advancement. Pressure off. Heading to Talladega.
And the Golden Trophy.
Oh, yeah.
Miles the Monster Gold on this 50th anniversary. Now 2 miles to go.
He's one of those drivers I felt like had to step up, separate himself from those other guys at the bottom of the list. He's going to do that today if he can get to this checkered flag.
Fighting now to get to the white flag. Out of 4. They'll show him the white flag. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank.
Bring it out home. He'll never get to you.
Kyle Larson, the 27-year-old from Elk Grove, California. Throughout the season, it looked like Kurt Busch was the leading driver for Chip Ganassi Racing. Well, it's going to be Kyle Larson who's going to give Chip Ganassi Racing their first run into the next round, the furthest they've ever gone. Larson wins at the Monster Mile.
You guys are in history one that day. Good job, guys. Excellent job, Nick Crew. You guys have been on that lately.
Martin Truex Jr. 2nd. Bowman 3rd. Harvick 4th. Denny Hamlin 5th. 4-leaf clover worked for the 42 team. This victory fueled by Sunoco. Fuel your best, and Kyle Larson was the best today. The signature burnout. No steering wheel. That's outside the window.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.